I'm just leaving town because I just had the second half of my hobbycraft interview, and then I just went around the shops a little bit. I think it went pretty well. Meant to be 20 minutes. It was meant to be 10 minutes of like customer service assessment, I guess. No one is gonna let me out. Fuck. No one's letting me out. I can't speak because I'm like, oh, this is so busy, I hate it. This is annoying me. So, as I was saying, I had to use my concentration to pull out of there because everyone and their mate was not letting me go. So yeah, I had 10 minutes of like customer service assessment, I guess, and oh, you're crossing. And I just had to ask customers questions and see whether they were all right. So I helped quite a few people, if I'm honest. What is going on? It ended up lasting 25 minutes, which was a pretty long time. So I think she was happy with me. But she said that she would let me know on Monday, so I look forward to that. Yeah, well, I can't fucking get across, can I? Don't beep at me. I hate when people get so angry about pulling out of a junction. I might go the other way because it's just so much quicker. Because there is, oh damn, boy racer. So this way is just so much quicker. Yeah, there's loads of traffic, you can't see it, but there is a lot of it. So I've made a judgment call to go the other way, and I'm worried that it was now a bad decision. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I guess we can do this. Don't do that. I hate when people go around the roundabout and don't put their indicator on. Like, let a girl know where you're going. Oh, I'm not doing okay today. I haven't eaten yet, so it is, what is the time? It is 1:15 and I haven't had a drop. Like, I've literally had probably 1 glass of water and that's it. And I can see someone looking at me in the corner of their eye because it's very obvious that I'm filming on my iPhone. Ugh. My car did not want to go then. I don't know what was going on. It was in first. I don't know. Right. So we're going to the post office now because I have to send a bunch of postcards and I need to return my ASOS parcel, which only arrived about 2 hours ago, but I'm already returning it. So that's upsetting. It was some mum jeans, which do not suit me one bit. So they're going back, but that's £20 in my pocket. So, you know, not too fussed. Oh no, the traffic is bad here too. Right, yeah, so that's pretty much my day. I'm gonna do a little haul of my Poundland stuff because some of it is pretty cool. I've got into card making ever since my hobbycraft interview, so now I just have a feeling to make some cards, and they had some pretty good stuff in there. I'm not knocking hobbycraft because I love hobbycraft, but there was some good stuff in Poundland too, which was only £1 each, so you know, that's a bonus. Yeah, please hurry up. Damn you. It's quite a buff guy crossing the road. I had to stop because the light went red and we're in traffic. Off we go. I wonder if my mum will be back before me. She told me that she was going to be out of hobbycraft before I got in there, and then I get there and she had already been there for about half an hour and she was still in there. So then I did 25 minutes of customer service assessment, which she was still in there for, and then I finished the customer service part, and then they said, yeah, like, that's fine, you can go, we'll contact you and all of that. And then we were in there together for a solid half an hour after that. And I was like, Mum, like, you need to leave. You've been in here for about 2 hours. And she was buying loads of stuff. But at the same time, I'm hoping that I can use some of the stuff because I bought her a few pieces from Poundland. So I think that'll mean that I am owed, so then I might get to use some of it. I really can't be bothered to go to the post office, but I really need to go, so that's happening. Go. I'm being nice. I just let a load of people go out of a junction that I know you never get out of, and I feel like a good person now. I had to slow down because someone in front of me was turning down that road, so I thought, you know what, I'll let them go. But then someone behind me beeped. It's like, what? I was doing a good deed and letting some people out of this junction, and I get friggin' beeped by the person behind me. What is that about? That's what you get. That's why, as a driver, you should just not do any good deeds. Don't let anyone out. Don't, you know, because you get beeped for it. I am so hungry. I also need to go to Tesco's because I'm back on this juice cleanse that I was doing, but I am not sure whether little Tesco's will do the juices that I need. So, wow, there is a massive queue for big Tesco's. That's why we're not going there. I'm gonna go to little Tesco's, but hopefully they have it. If they don't, I save myself waiting in a queue and I don't have the juice, which isn't the end of the world. Everyone must be out today. It's shopping Saturday by the looks of it. I'm more of a Sunday gal with the whole shopping thing. Leave it to the last minute, go on a Sunday before the new week, and then there's hardly, I mean, there's people out, that's a lie, there's not hardly any people out, but there's less people. Everyone wants to go on a Saturday because that is the prime day. Right, we are pretty much outside of the post office, so I am gonna take my parcels in, have a ball, and then I'm going, there's no parking. Great. No, there is. I lied. Yeah, I'm gonna take my parcel in and then all will be great. I might even buy some snacks because my car keeps doing that, it keeps rolling back. Damn. Why is my seatbelt so long? Right. I'll be back. So I'm a tad annoyed because obviously it's with myself because I'm an idiot, but I went around town and then I've left going to the post office till last when I probably should have gone to the one in town, and now I've realised the post office closes at 12:30. So, you know, we We can't post our stuff, like, that's friggin' annoying. I can't get in gear. Thought something was wrong in my car then. I could not get into first for about a million times. Yeah, so I went into the post office and I was like, can I post a parcel? And they were like, sorry, it closed at 12:30. And I was like, thank you, I'm an idiot. So we haven't posted our ASOS parcel. I've posted one of the letters that I needed to send, but that's only because it had a stamp on it. I haven't posted the 2 postcards which I need to send, so I'm a bit annoyed, if I'm honest, but it can't be helped, you know. Oh, I hate this. I'm getting really bad heartburn recently. I think it's heartburn. I'm really not sure. Maybe it's not. Right. Now is the time. Right, there we go. Don't go over, I'm coming around. So yeah, I went in there. I haven't wasted any time because I went in there and bought food and maybe a few cheeky ciders for later. But it's still annoying because if I had known, I would have taken them yesterday. But my mum said to me, no, it's fine, you're going to town tomorrow, so take them then. And I said, you know what, that's a good idea. So I did. Little did I know that it closes at 12:30, and I would not be able to do it when I went to town. So that's just crappy, but it's fine. They'll just have to wait a couple of days. I mean, the postcards are already like a month late, so I'm pretty sure a few days won't hurt, you know? If they're already a month late, a few days won't be noticeable. All my stuff's like falling out my bag. I managed to find a juice, but you know I was saying that like I did this juice cleanse and all that. Well, basically I got this juice, not the innocent one, but I got this berry one, and it was called Berry Bliss, whereas this one's called Berry Boost. And I got that, and it was £1.50, whereas the innocent one is £3. But I need to carry on this juice cleanse, so I decided that I would buy the £3 one, even though it's overpriced, because I can buy one for £1.50. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I thought to myself, that £1.50 that this costs more is basically the petrol that I would waste sitting in that queue to get down to Tesco's. Because basically my Tesco's has like, it's not just on a main road and you can like turn in. There's like a roundabout, and then you turn down the road and there's a long road before you can get to Tesco's. And there was so many people queuing down that road that I just decided that I was not going to wait in a queue to get in Tesco's and then wait in a queue to get out of Tesco's. So the £1.50 is probably a saving, because I'm not having to wait in that queue and waste my petrol. So, you know, I guess I made the right decision. But, you know, we'll see. Why have they parked that far away? I park like in the turnaround near my house because it's just easier like than parking on my drive and having to get off the drive. So I am being watched. That's awkward. Hello guy with dog. So oh no, God. So I park in the turnaround and there's this guy that is probably a solid like that far away from the curb, and it's like, I have a crap car and so does he or she, so why do they park so far away from the curb? Like, I go up the curb because I don't really care about my alloys, like, and they might care about their alloys, but at the same time, just go up the curb or just get a bit closer. I mean, being that far away from the curb is just not necessary. It's not, like, They're so far away from the curb. And it just means that when you go in the turnaround, because I park before the turnaround, it means that if I actually drive forward and go into the turnaround, I can't actually turn around because they're basically in the middle of the turnaround. They're that far away from the curb. So annoying. Right, I'm going to go inside because I'm hungry and I need to, you know, drink this smoothie and, you know, be healthy. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed my not stressful, that was an exaggeration, my nervous drive to Hobbycraft, and then my not so nervous drive back, but just my general moaning in, you know, in the car. So if you did like, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and if you're really nice, leave a comment telling me how much you liked it. But I mean, you don't have to. A subscribe will do, but you know, I don't want to ask for too much.